Why smart professionals still struggle to speak with authority at work. Let me describe a very familiar workplace moment. You're at the meeting, you understand the subject, you've done the work, you know your ideas are making sense. But when your time to speak, something shifts. Your message feels less powerful. The voice feels slightly uncertain, and the words don't land with authority you intended to. And later, you wonder, why do people with less experience sound more convincing? Let's address this directly because this is rarely a communication skill problem. This is an authority alignment problem. The communication is simply misunderstanding. Most professionals believe that communication works like this: improve speaking skills, improve impact, logical, but incomplete. Workplace communication actually operates through these three layers, and I call it the APA framework: the authority, perception, and expression. Let's decode this for you all. The first layer is authority. Authority is the internal positioning before you speak. The key truth is, before others respond to your voice, your mindset actually responds much more faster. The clarity in tone, stability in delivery, decisive in language, psychological weight of your message. This is where most professionals struggle. Not because there's a lack of knowledge, but because there's an internal dialogue that says, I'm not good enough. Will this make sense? Maybe I should soften this. And the moment authority weakens internally, expression weakens externally. The second layer is your perception. Corporate environments are perception driven systems. People don't just hear words, they interpret confidence signals, leadership cues, convictional markers, behavioral certainty. Two professionals can say identical sentences. One sounds influential while the other sounds unsure. Same content, different perception. The key authority line is that in workplace, perception moves faster than logic. If your authoritative signal is hesitation, your credibility drops before your ideas are even evaluated. So let me give you a real observation from a corporate scenario. During a situation, in one of the situations that I experienced, participants were asked to present recommendations. One senior professional had a brilliant strategy, technically sharp, structured, sound, but their delivery sounded like, this may not be perfect, but just a thought, but I might be wrong. However, immediately perception shifts. Moments later, another participant presented a weaker idea and he said, here's my recommendation. Very calm and direct. Guess what? That idea sounded much more stronger. Not because it was a better one, but it was positioned well. Now, here's the third layer that you need to work on: expression. This is what most people lack: the vocabulary, the fluency, the presentation skill, the speaking techniques. But there's a critical truth: expression improves only when authority stabilizes. Because expression is not just language, it's the authority translated into behavior. When authority strengthens, sentences become shorter, stronger, your voice becomes much more steadier, the words become cleaner, and the delivery becomes decisive. That's most important. If you want stronger workplace communication, start with these few steps. It's not about your expression, it's not even that authority. The three immediate shift that you can try is replace explanation with assertion. Instead of, so basically, what I'm trying to say is, you can just say, here's the key point, or eliminate verbal delusions. Watch for words like just, maybe, I think, kind of. These are authority leakages. Aligned message with ownership. Instead of one possible idea could be, just say, my recommendation is, ownership signals authority. Authority shapes perception, and perception amplifies expression. So, communication struggles are rarely about intelligence, they are about authority alignment. Because in professional environment, you are not heard because you speak. You are heard because you sound internally convincing. And conviction is not a speaking technique. It is a self-image stabilization. So if you ever felt, I know my subject, but my voice doesn't carry authority, you need to work on shaping your authority so that the perception and the presence begins right here. If you have loved this, please subscribe and watch out for more such details.